1 second there, Aiden. Good. Questions for Candice with today's ceremony?
Can you take us through what the process of the facility being built was like and the benefits of it?
Oh, the process. Well, we announced Vandy United in 2021 and then set out for this project to be the first one. I mean, it turned out that the golf project actually ended up being the first project that was completed simply because it was a shorter time frame. This required quite a bit because we had to demolish the site. I know you may remember like Palmer Field House was on that side, and there was quite a bit of work that had to be done to even get it ready. But during that time, we also worked with Populous on design, and you want input from all the stakeholders because we wanted the building to be beautiful, but you want it to be functional and efficient. And I had said in my comments earlier that each of these projects is a actual physical representation of what we value. Community being a really big thing. So, thinking about men's and women's basketball being in this space together, and it sits in the end zone of the football field. That alone, it's so cool, but it kind of fits us, right? Where one of the things that's very special is the sense of community here and the way our programs support each other. So it was a long, long journey, but I'm so, so grateful. It took 2 years or more than 2 years to actually get to this day, but I'm so, so grateful.
Are you already reaping the rewards, do you think, with this past weekend?
Well, I think, and I do want to be fair that I think we've been on a journey for a while, right? So when you look at our basketball programs, we have the right coaches, and they have, I think, very effective, great philosophies. I think that we have continued to provide them with the resources that they need. I think this is yet another piece of that. It's a really important piece. I know it's helping from a recruiting standpoint already. For me, I just think the signal that it sends is so important. And it can be hard to quantify, but the signaling and the credibility that comes from showing you have made an investment that backs up. Like, you can have the aspirations, but you have to have the resources that support the aspiration. And I think that this clearly signals that.
You mentioned the journey. How hard was last year for you from an athletic standpoint, and what kind of changes do you think have led to this success this year? Well,
I don't really look at, I look at the journey as I've been on an almost 5-year journey, and so I don't necessarily pull out last year in terms of, last year there was a great opportunity to grow and to learn. There's no parts that have been easy, and even the most challenging times have still been rewarding. So I didn't sign up for easy, but I do feel that we have, and we are moving in the direction to have everything that we need to compete at the highest level. And so you can't get to this year without last year. So there's no regrets. It's just continuous learning.
You talked a little about everyone inputting on this facility. How special was it to you that you got to, really sit down with coaches like Shea Ralph and they got to design the facility, and how important do you think that is? Not only for her program, but keeping her here as well. She signed a big contract this fall.
Well, this is truly the home of our basketball program. So to have input in your home is certainly very desirable. And our coaches are domain experts, right? They're leaders in what they do, so they understand what it takes to make sure that the student athletes have everything they need to move efficiently from space to space, and what is needed to truly give them the experience they deserve, what they need day to day to support their program. So, I don't think it wouldn't have been right to try to create this without them. That co-creation process was really important because they understand what they need. And so, man, it's been really special. So I know from a coach's standpoint, it's been important. For me as an alum, I was here when we opened the practice gym that's over at Memorial now. I was a 6th-year senior. It was 2001, and we thought it was remarkable. And, I don't know that you can always appreciate at the time that the decisions that you're making can impact people that come well after you. And so that's the thing about something like this. It's going to have such a significant impact. And I would say, I'm so happy that we did that practice facility. It was helpful to us in 2001, and now it becomes the dedicated home to Vanderbilt volleyball for them to practice every day. That wouldn't have been possible without that vision 20 years ago. Now this is new vision, right? That matches new aspirations. So I'm very, very excited. Very excited.
Got time for one more.
What do you make of the state of the men's basketball program right now under Byington?
What do I make of the state of the men's basketball program? I've said this before, but when I met Coach Byington, I immediately understood that we could do something special here under his leadership of this program. So I'm not surprised. This is a journey we are on. It is not easy. He said he feels like a bobblehead because the league is so strong. But man, this is what we want. This is what we want. And I'm so proud. It feels good walking into the gym. I love it. I love how it feels. I love the sentiment. I love the energy that he's bringing. And he really is just tremendous to work with. So what do I make of it? I love where we're headed.